How to set up Zoom integration with EventSpark. Navigate to the Zoom Marketplace website and ensure you are logged in as the Zoom account administrator for your organization. From the Develop menu found at the top right of the Zoom App Marketplace, select Build App from the drop-down list. From here, you are given a choice of apps to build, select General App, and click Create. You will now need to decide how the app will be managed. For the purpose of this video, we will be using the Admin Managed option, which is what most of our clients use. This allows multiple users within a Zoom account to have access to the app subject to granted scopes. For more information around this, please refer to the EventSpark installation and configuration guide. The link will be in the caption below. Select Admin Managed and click Save. Take note of the client ID and client secret. These will be inserted into Salesforce in a later step. Do not close this browser tab, as we will go back and forth while setting up the Zoom integration with EventSpark. You have the option to rename this app in the top left-hand corner of the page. Click on the pencil and rename the app with a meaningful name. For this demonstration, we will call it EventSpark Integration Admin Managed. Navigate to Salesforce and click on the cog in the top right-hand corner to get to Salesforce Setup. In the Quick Find search for and click on Auth.Providers. Click New. Select OpenID Connect from the Provider Type drop-down list. Provide a name for the auth provider and click Away so the URL suffix can populate. Navigate back to Zoom Marketplace and copy the client ID and paste this into the Consumer Key field in Salesforce Setup of an auth provider. Do the same with the client secret and paste this into the Consumer Secret field in Salesforce Setup of an auth provider. Navigate to Step 2 Salesforce Configuration of the EventSpark installation and configuration guide and copy the Authorize Endpoint URL and paste this URL into the corresponding field in Salesforce Setup. Go back to the EventSpark installation and configuration guide and copy the token endpoint URL and paste this URL into the corresponding field in Salesforce Setup. Leave the User Info Endpoint URL token issuer and default scopes fields blank. Check the checkbox next to Send Access Token in header and include Consumer Secret in SOAP API responses. Click Save. Copy the callback URL. Navigate back to Zoom Marketplace and paste this URL into the Redirect URL for OAuth field and into the Add Allow List field. Click Continue. In the menu on the left side of the screen, click Scopes. For EventSpark integration, we add scopes for user, meeting, webinar, and recording. Your scope name starts with the product followed by a colon, followed by access. In this demonstration, we will add two scopes together. There are more scopes which you will need to add and can be found in Step 3 Zoom OAuth app of the EventSpark installation and configuration guide. For admin managed apps, the scope will end with a :admin. You can search for a scope by clicking Add Scopes and typing the name of the scope. Let's add two together. Type in Check Meeting, write Meeting Admin, and Meeting Red Meeting Admin. Click Continue once you have added all the scopes. Salesforce supports two approaches to external authentication: the older named credentials model and the newer enhanced model, which separates identity into external credentials. In this video, we will be using external credentials. First, we will need to create an external credential. Navigate to Salesforce Setup by clicking on the cog in the top right-hand corner. In the Quick Find box, search for and click on Named Credentials. Click on External Credentials and click New. Provide a meaningful label. For this demonstration, we will use EventSpark EC Zoom. Copy this label into the Name field and insert underscores between each word, as demonstrated in this video. For the Authentication Protocol, select OAuth 2.0 from the drop-down list. For the Authentication Flow type assesses, select Browser Flow from the drop-down list. Leave the scopes blank as these are defined in Zoom. For the identity provider, select Auth provider from the drop-down list and select the auth provider you created in a previous step. Click Save. Scroll down to Principals and click New. Provide the parameter name. For this demonstration, we will use all access as the name as we want all users to have access to all scopes. In the identity type field, select Named Principal. Leave scopes as blank if you want it to provide all users with access. Should you want to restrict some users' access, you will add the scopes they are allowed to have access to here. Click Save. What makes this new way of using external credentials so powerful is that you can have as many named principals as you'd like and could restrict access for certain users. So you can still use an admin-managed app in Zoom, but restrict access at a Salesforce user level by defining principal scopes. Next, click on the drop-down arrow underneath Actions and click Authenticate. This will authenticate all users that use this named credential. Click Allow on pop-up, which is logged in against the Zoom user. Next, click Confirm to confirm external access. Now, we need to create a named credential. In the Quick Find box, search for and click on Named Credentials and click New. In the old way, we would have clicked on the drop-down arrow and selected New Legacy, but since we are doing the new way, we can click New. Provide a label for this named credential. In this demonstration, we will use EventSpark NC Zoom. Copy this label into the Name field and insert underscores between each word, as demonstrated in this video. Navigate to Step 4 Salesforce Configuration of EventSpark Installation and Configuration Guide and copy the URL. Paste this URL back into the URL field in Salesforce Setup. Select the external credential you created in the previous step from the drop-down list and leave Client Certificate blank. Check the checkbox underneath. Generate Authorization Header, allow formulas in HTTP header, and allow formulas in HTTP body. Under Managed Package Access, insert EventSpark RK, which is the package namespace for EventSpark. Click Save. Now, we need to grant permission in order to use this external credential. More specifically, you need to authorize the use of the principal you created. To use an external credential, a Salesforce user must be authorized for its associated principal. Still in Salesforce Setup, in the Quick Find box, search for and click on Permission Sets. You'll need to add a minimum of 1 for Zoom integrations. Click New. Provide a label for this permission set. In this demonstration, we will use EventSpark Zoom integration. Provide a description for this permission set. You can have one permission set for all your integrations, or have one permission set per virtual integration, as done in this demonstration video. Click Save. In the Find Settings box, search for and click on User External Credentials. Click Edit and provide Read Access by checking the checkbox next to Read and click Save. Navigate back to the permission set by clicking Permission Set Overview and scroll down to and click on External Credential Principal Access. Click Edit and move the external credential principal you previously created over to the enabled external credential principal side and click Save. Now that we have created a permission set, we need to grant access to the site guest user. In the Quick Find box, search for and click on Sites, and then click on the EventSpark registration site. Click on Public Access Settings. Click on Assigned Users. Click on the site guest user. Click on Permission Set Assignments and click on Edit Assignments. Find the permission set you created previously and move it over to the Enabled Permission Sets side. Click Save. Similarly, we need to assign the permission set that grants access to the external credential and principal as to internal users who need to create and wrap up virtual events in EventSpark. In the Quick Find box, search for Users and click on Permission Sets from the Quick Find box menu. Find the permission set you created and click on it. Click Manage Assignments. Click Add Assignments and select which users you want to grant permissions for. Once you are done, click Next, then click Assign and Done. Navigate to EventSpark Setup and search for Virtual Platform Connections. Click New. Provide a meaningful name for this connection. Choose the service provider, paste the name of the named credential into the Named Credential field. Leave the token duration in minutes field blank. Click Save. Now, let's add a virtual venue. From the waffle, search for Venues and click New, select Virtual for the record type and click Next. Fill in the relevant fields by providing your venue with a name, and choose whether it will be a meeting or a webinar. You can add in the virtual platform user email to contain the email of the user who is the organizer of the meeting webinar. This value can be overridden on an event function record. If left blank on the event function record, it defaults to the value on the venue record. Add the virtual platform connection you created previously. Decide on what joining and video options you will allow. Decide on audio and recording options. For interactive options, only allow Q&A is considered for Zoom. Content sharing options is not yet applicable to Zoom, and nor is implied virtual option behavior. Click Save. Well done. You have now created a virtual venue that could be used across your virtual events. We hope this training video was helpful for you. Please like this video and click on the subscribe button to receive notifications on new training videos.